What's up, Pack Nation? It is Pack here. As you already know, the first roster update of NBA 2K20 released yesterday, and what I would like to do in this video is talk about the 5 players that had the biggest downgrades and why they got them, and which players we should be worried about and which ones they're fine. Now, before this video starts, if you're one of the 75% of viewers who are not subscribed to the channel, don't be lame, be an OG, join the Pack Nation and subscribe. Let's get this video started. At number 5 with Garrett Culver. Or is it Culver? I think it's Culver. So Garrett Culver is a 74 overall. He was a 77. So -3 for him, who plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was at the time considered the 5th best player on the team. Now he's all the way back in like the top 11, top 10. Yeah, he has not been doing good for the beginning, but let's explain to him why. First, he's a rookie. I'm putting the rookies at number 4 and 5 here because I don't expect them to do as good as you would hope so, right? They're rookies. They're getting into the league. They're starting. Not all rookies can be John Moran or RJ Barrett. They can just come into the league and are ready. Most people struggle. So Garrett Culver is one of those players that I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about his stats real quick. 7.9 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 35% field goal percentage on 19.7 minutes a game. Now, he just started his first game last year with the Timberwolves because Jeff Teague had to miss a game. But still, he did start, and I feel like he did okay. I believe he had 15 points. I think his biggest thing is his efficiency. 35% field goal percentage for any player is not good, especially for a guard. Now, he is a small forward, shooting guard type of player, and I believe that's a position he should be playing. He is a bigger kind of guy. He's not really quick or anything, but he did play point guard last night as a starter for the Timberwolves. And even though he got a good amount of assists, again, he wasn't scoring really well. I think the biggest thing with him is, again, the efficiency. He needs to be scoring better. If he wants to be a really important player in this league, he has the defense, he has the athleticism. I even think he has some pretty solid playmaking and shooting, but he needs to score the ball as well as possible. And I feel like he's not even taking really bad shots, he's just not making them. And I think that will come in time. I'm really not worried about him at all. He was great for Texas Tech. People really didn't believe he was going to do that good, but what I've seen so far, I think he's going to be fine. I honestly don't even believe they should have lowered him that much. If they lowered him like 1 or 2, I would have been like, sure, but 3 is kind of big for this guy. I feel like he's doing a pretty good job at the moment, and he's only going to get better in my opinion. Now, the next player at number 4, it is Darius Carlin, who also got a -3 overall change. He was a 77, now he's a 74, was also a rookie just like Garrett Culver. Quickly talking about his stats, 7.6 points per game, 1.4 rebounds, 3.3 assists on 29.2% field goal percentage in 27 minutes. This guy's actually playing a really good amount of minutes so far into the league. He is a starter. He's the starting point guard for the team, and Collin Sexton was moved to the shooting guard position for the team, and I think that's where the biggest problem lies right now. Darius Carlin is a natural point guard, but so is Collin Sexton. Even though he's playing shooting guard, these two positions are clashing. Even though I feel like Collin Sexton is doing a pretty good job, this is at Darius Carlin's expense. He doesn't really know what to do when there's already a real point guard on the team. He feels like he's kind of out of place and he's uncomfortable. And that's the thing with rookies, they need to find their way. I don't think he has like any confidence yet. He doesn't have a groove, and I think he needs to find it. Not only that, he's actually one of the worst perimeter defenders in the league right now with all guards. He is not good at all defense, not just because he is small, but the IQ wise, he has not been playing good defense at the moment. Again, he's a rookie, so I don't expect him to be good yet, but I believe in time it can get better and he can be more important to the Cavs. What they need from him more than anything and what he brings to the table is his offense, playmaking wise, and scoring. Because I think he has the athleticism, I think he's quick enough, but he just really needs to have that scoring ability, and I think that he'll be way more important to this team than he is right now. In my opinion though, I think he should really focus on playmaking. You already have Collin Sexton, you already have Jordan Clarkson, Tristan Thompson, Kevin Love, all scoring a pretty decent amount. I think he should focus his entire game on making sure other people get buckets, and then he can focus on himself getting buckets secondary, and I think it'll become more natural for him, in my opinion. The next player on this list at number 3, it is Terrence Ross. Now, Terrence Ross had an amazing season last year. He had 15.1 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists on 42.8 field goal percentage in 26.5 minutes. But this year, he's averaging 8.3 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 28.2 field goal percentage on 22.1 minutes. Now, I want to clarify a couple things. First, it's the beginning of the season. We're not even a 10th into the season yet. So this first thing is, take it with a grain of salt. People are going to struggle. Not everyone's going to have a great start to the season. Some people are going to have a bad start to the season. That doesn't mean that they're going to have a bad year. It's just a bad start. There's talent that is kind of getting more important touches this year. Jonathan Isaac is playing a much more important role offensively. Alfred Camino as well. Mo Bamba is getting more touches. Markel Fultz is getting more touches. A lot of these guys are being more involved in the offense, and they don't need him to be as aggressive or as amazing offensively as they needed last year when it really just was Aaron Gordon, Vucevic, and Fournier. Not only that, he's been having knee tendonitis this whole season so far, so that's why he's been struggling for the most part. But I'm not going to give him a slack so much. He takes a lot of bad shots. I know that that's his game, that's how he's always done, and it works for him. But that kind of game doesn't last you so long, and when you're playing bad, it's really, really emphasized than when you're playing good. He just likes to take his dumb little fadeaway threes and contested with two people in his face. I understand that's what he likes to do, but they're bad shots and they shouldn't be taking them. He also has not had a good game yet, so that has been helping him. Again, he was a 79 -3 to a 76, and last year I believe he was an 80 overall at one point. So yeah, just if he can take better shots, he doesn't need to be that savior for this team anymore. They have talent. They can make a good offensive thing work. I mean, Aaron Gordon has been bad too. As long as everybody can kind of figure out how to play together, this could be a good team that can totally make the playoffs in the East, but they need to figure out how to play well together. And Terrence Ross just needs to not force it as much. Now at number 2, it is for the Raptors. It is Marc Gasol. Now Marc Gasol is a 79 overall. He was an 82 overall, so he leaves the 80 overall club, I believe, for the first time in his career. That is a big deal. Marc Gasol has been an amazing, consistent player for a long time. Last year, he averaged only 9.1 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, 3.9 assists on 46.5% field goal percentage for 24.9 minutes a game, which is not great, not considering what he's always done, but that was just for the Raptors last year. And this year, it's even worse. 7.1 points per game, 7 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 36.2 field goal percentage on 22.1 minutes a game. Honestly, this guy's just been partying too much. He won an NBA championship, then he won the FIBA World Cup. This guy has been having himself a good time, and that's why he has not been ready for the NBA season. All jokes aside, he just has a different role on this team. He's not what he's needed to be when he was in Memphis. In Memphis, they expected him to be the guy, and here, that's not his role anymore. They don't need him to be that guy. Not only that, Father Time is undefeated. He's 34. He's not young anymore. Like, it's not going to be as easy to just score the way he was before. But Nick Nurse has said publicly he wants him to be more involved into the offense. And he's only really had 2 really bad games. For the most part, he's been doing okay. So that's why his field goal percentage is so low, is because of those 2 awful games. He went like 0-8 one game and then like 2-9 another. And that's because he's been missing easy shots, and there's like little mistakes he's making, like turning the ball over or having awful passes. Again, I think it's just rust from having a good time this summer, and I think he's going to be fine. To be fair, he's not really doing that much worse than last year. Last year wasn't great either. I mean, they don't need him to be that guy anymore. You know what, man? I think he can maybe go back to the 80 overall club, but I think he's going to stay here for the rest of the season. And finally, at number 1, it is Mike Conley on the Utah Jazz, who gets the biggest downgrade out of everybody, a -4 from an 87 to an 83. Let's look at his stats. Last year, 21.1 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, 6.4 assists on 43.8 field goal percentage in 33.5 minutes. Really good numbers. This year, though, 12.8 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 33% field goal percentage on 29.6 minutes. Let's clear this up. The points don't matter too much because when it comes to scoring, that isn't his job on this team anymore. You have Donovan Mitchell. That's the point. He is going to be the focus for this team scoring-wise. Rudy Gobert always gets about like 10 to 15 a game. Bojan Bogdanovic is a great scorer. And those are the big 3 when it comes to scoring on this team. Mike Conley is here more to defend really well, make good baskets for others, so have great playmaking. And when he scores, score efficiently. And you know what, man? He just hasn't been doing those 2, scoring efficiently and setting up for others. His assists have gone down aggressively, and his field goal percentage has not been good. It's been getting better slowly, but still, he's just not playing at the level we know Mike Conley can play. He's been one of the most consistent players in like the league. So being 31 and playing like this is odd. Still, I think it's going to get better. Again, he has been playing for the Grizzlies his whole career, and they just threw him in now to the Jazz. This is such a different situation for him. He needs to adjust and learn how to play with this team. He just doesn't know how to do that yet. I expect him to start doing much better throughout the year, but I think he's not going to be getting past an 85 overall this year, in my opinion. That's it for this video, you guys. Do you guys agree with 2K downgrading these guys? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like my channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.